I just saw someone ask if IPS is a pyramid scheme. No. I see this a lot, like over the last year and a half, some odd people are always asking if affiliate marketing and digital marketing is a pyramid scheme. No, it isn't. You know what is a pyramid scheme? Wherever you're working right now. I mean, for real, let's think about it. You got C-class up at the top, and the one guy, and then underneath him, you got 3 regional managers. Underneath them, you got 5 district managers. Underneath them, you got 7 area managers. Underneath them, you got 9 store managers. And underneath the store managers, you got all the little worker bees. Yeah, that is a literal freaking... Huh? Yes, it is. That is the pyramid. You know what IPS is more like? It's more like a franchise. The $600 level, they call it a business in a box. The only thing that it doesn't have is information on how to get your LLC set up. And if you need help with that, talk to me about it, because you are going to need that sooner than later. The best thing to get one of those is to separate your business money from your personal money. And it also helps you at tax time in a really humongous way. I use Zen Business. This is a non-negotiable thing, but they don't talk about it in IPS, so I'm telling you now, plan on that. But to get back to how it's a franchise, think of your favorite fast food place. One of mine that leaps to mind as a franchise is In-N-Out. And if you have ever been to an In-N-Out, especially if you're living West Coast or wherever they're popping them up, if you go into an In-N-Out, they are literally the same every time you go in one. Franchises like Del Taco, which is another favorite of mine, but those are, in a sense, pre-built, where everything you need to get that business started is going to be the same across the board with each store, as far as recipes, store layout, the licensing, just everything that you need, like vendors, managers, how to hire, how to do everything is going to be the same, because it's just basically for consistency's sake. Reasons why restaurants do so well is if they are consistent across the board. And when they aren't consistent, and here's the thing about that. Like I said, Del Taco is one of my favorite fast food restaurants in town. And there are 7 that I know in the Valley where to go to, but there are 2 that are my favorite, where the food is always hotter, the fries are always seasoned perfectly, and if I get a burrito, I can tell when the burrito has been put on the flat top for a minute or heated up in their little heater, as opposed to just being yanked out of the package and made cold. And when I find a store that does that, I avoid that store, because they're not being trained right, or the people there just don't care enough to do a good job. I don't know. I get it, as, you know, a former food service. And this is how IPS is the same. With you go to Mr. Del Taco and say, I would like to have a Del Taco franchise. And he'll say, okay, give me $398 million and I'll set one up for you. And then 6 months later, they either build a new store or they find a location that they can refurbish and turn into a Del Taco, and boom, I get my Cali burrito again. And another question that I get often is, well, how does IPS make money? The person who created IPS, they get the $59 admin fee to build the website, which is basically just a simple sales page, and that is it. Y'all, we are living in a new time where there are some people who are so generous that they know how to make their money. They've made their empire. They are doing amazing. They're making 6-7 figures a year doing their thing, that this is how they are giving back. Because we are in a giving kind of mindset now, instead of take, and don't give anything back, and hoarding and scarcity and all this nonsense that has poisoned everyone's mind, people are literally giving back. Yeah, she could charge a lot more. The course itself and all the materials in it is about a $2,000 value. And it's $600 or it's $300. I wouldn't go any lower than the $300 level. Just, it's really more worth your while to at least start there. But I'm not trying to veer too far off course. I just wanted to kind of clear that up. Is it a pyramid scheme? No, it's a franchise. We're all little tiny, this is a business. This is a small business owner doing a small business, finding customers to turn them into business owners as well, so we can have a second revenue stream, so they can learn the skills to take their super duper passion thing and be able to monetize that, whether that's online or whether they get a brick and mortar business of their own. It's the skills that you learn through IPS that you can take on the road or keep it online. It is all up to you, because that's kind of what we're doing. It's a second revenue stream. It's an alternative to a traditional JOB, so you can get your time back and you can make more money than a JOB will ever be able to afford you. That's what I got for now. Like, favorite, subscribe. Tell a friend, bring a friend. Tell your friend it's not a pyramid scheme. It's a franchise. Okay, that's it. I will see y'all next time.